Well, remember when the Coyote used to get a nuclear power plant delivered? Or anything he got delivered from the Acme company? Well, this isn't much different, is it? We have the Martin company, famous for Denver Airport, of course. Lockheed Martin, as you know. And this is how you do your nuclear power plants, in containers and clearly marked. It reminds me so much of the German rocket.
500,000 watts. The plant was prefabricated in the United States in sections to ease the construction in the Antarctic. This kind of nuclear power plant can be shipped or even airlifted to remote sites simply because it was designed and built in portable parts to be assembled on the site. The plant itself is housed in two buildings. In the building on the left, in huge tanks, are the nuclear reactor and the equipment to generate steam. For safety, the reactor tanks are completely buried in a natural shield of crushed rock. This extraordinary little metal cylinder is the core of the reactor. It does the job of millions of gallons of diesel oil. The fissioning of atoms of uranium in the core produces heat, which turns water into steam. The steam is piped to the second building that houses the equipment to generate electricity. Safety, of course, has been uppermost in the design of the plant. Warning systems, monitoring devices, and control mechanisms underline safety. On top of all the safety features, the plant automatically monitors radiation and detects the approach of any unsafe level. A warning system is sounded well ahead of actual danger, and plant personnel can pinpoint and correct the situation at once. As a final act, the plant can be instantly shut down if necessary.
So there we have it, the fraudulence of nuclear energy, nuclear power, nuclear bombs, a very big thing in the 50s. And here it is linked to the fraudulent McMurdo Antarctica station. I mean, I just cannot see, if Antarctica was there anyway, that these things would be viable. This would be a very expensive exercise. They say there's 1,300 people or something here in summer. It's a real tourist destination, isn't it? And see this mountain in the background? It always seems to have the same look. I'll be doing a bit more investigation into McMurdo. But as you can see, the link here with Martin, the Martin Company, famous in the hoaxcraft world, and that name. And just like Bugs Bunny, the Coyote and Roadrunner, the nuclear energy plant comes in a box.
500,000 watts. The plant was prefabricated in the United States in sections to ease the construction in the Antarctic. This kind of nuclear power plant can be shipped or even airlifted to remote sites simply because it was designed and built in portable parts to be assembled on the site. The plant itself is housed in two buildings. In the building on the left, in huge tanks, are the nuclear reactor and the equipment to generate steam. For safety, the reactor tanks are completely buried in a natural shield of crushed rock. This extraordinary little metal cylinder is the core of the reactor. It does the job of millions of gallons of diesel oil.
And really, look at this mountain behind this container. As the container draws away, then edit cut, and suddenly it's here with the crane in the building. It's fraud on fraud as you could ever get in your life. You see, folks, it's the little things like this which sink the big ships. Look at this edit cut. What an absolute joke. So these buildings aren't even near the fake mountain. But look how fake that looks anyway. So what are we really looking at, as I often say? A lot of rubbish, that's what.